Friends, this is our second lecture of second grade, that is ideal gases and ideal gases process of thermal engineering. In last lecture, we have gone through some processes, ideal gas processes like isochoric, some laws. We have discussed about laws, Charles law, Boyle's law, and we have derived the equation or relation between PV and T, and also we had also seen few things about universal gas constant. Its value was equals to about 0.287 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and characteristic gas constant, which was equals to 8.3143. Now let's see some processes in which first process is isochoric process, or it is also called as constant volume. Okay, isochoric process is also known as constant volume process. Okay, that means in which we have to consider a constant volume. In the PV diagram you can see this. Okay, since V is constant for the process going through equilibrium 1 and 2, if the process is going from 1 to 2 but the volume is remain constant, that's why it is called as constant volume process. Okay, in which you can see heat is given to the system in which its volume is constant. That means the variation will be in pressure and temperature. Okay, we have seen in last lecture relation between PV and T, that is PV is equals to mRT. P is pressure, V is volume, and M is mass, R is universal gas constant, and T is temperature. Now in this process P is constant, therefore varying parameter are just P and T. Okay, so you can see over here on TS diagram the temperature and entropy of the system varies like this. Then enthalpy and entropy relation. Okay, now how many things you have to discuss in this particular process? Let's see that. You have to find formula for work done, or formula for enthalpy, formula for entropy, and all these things you have to study. And heat exchange, that is dq or q. Okay, all these things we have to discuss. Let's see one by one all of them. Okay, let's see. When a gas is heated in an enclosed vessel, its temperature and pressure increases since there is no change in its volume. Therefore, no work done by the gas. All the heat supplied is stored within the gas in the form of internal energy. Okay, this thing about this process is very important. Okay, in this pressure and temperature goes on increasing. Okay, there is no enclosed vessel. Like example you can consider of compressor. Okay, when you go to fill air in your tire of vehicle, then you can see a compressor over there in which pump operate that compressor. Volume of that tank is constant, that's why the pressure and temperature goes on increasing. While pumping the air into that air tank, you can see the pressure is increasing and also temperature. You can see the minor variation in temperature, but larger variation in pressure is observed over there. Okay, this is example for this particular process is what? Compressor, air compressor. Now consider m kg of mass is being heated at constant volume from initiated state 1 to 2. Then P1, V1 and T1 are pressure, volume and temperature at initial state T1. Then P2, V2 and T2 are pressure, volume and temperature at final state T2. Now according to this constant volume gas was about Gay-Lussac law, in which P was directly proportional to T. Okay, we have seen this law, Gay-Lussac law. What is said? At constant volume, the pressure is directly proportional to temperature. Applying to this law for two different state, we will get P1 upon T1 is equals to P2 upon T2. Okay, now heat supplied for and there one more thing is there. What will be the work done for this process? Okay, PV work. Okay, what is work done? Work done is equals to P delta V, or but here delta V is equals to 0 because there is no change in volume. That's why work done becomes 0 as it is not work producing device. Okay, that compressor is not work producing device. That means work done must comes equals to 0, and that's what we are getting. Okay, P into work is what? P into delta V, but change in V, delta V denote change in V, which is equals to 0. Therefore total work done is equals to 0. Got it? Now heat supplied or heat transferred uh, in this process, let's see. dq is equals to U plus dW. Okay, heat supplied is was equals to, heat supplied is used for any machine. Heat supplied is used for two purpose: for doing work and for use increasing internal energy. But we just have seen that work done is equals to 0. Now let's see what is the change in internal energy. Now here this no work of this dW, so change in heat supplied is equals to mCV T2 minus T1. Since it is at constant volume, so you have to use CV over here. So mCV T2 minus T1 is the heat supplied, or you can consider it as a internal energy. Total heat supplied is totally utilized for increasing internal energy. There is no work done. Okay, this is the formula for heat supplied for constant volume process. Q is equals to mCV delta T, or T2 minus T1. Therefore heat supplied is utilized to increase the internal energy of the gas. Now change in enthalpy. Let's see change in enthalpy, that is dH, which is equals to du plus change in PV work. Now here integrating, we get integration of dH from process 1 set 1 to 2. Similarly for change in internal energy. Now you will say, what is this? It is different work than that PV work. Okay, now taking or changing this PV, dPV is what? P2 V2 minus P1 into V1. Though volume is same but pressure is different. Therefore this change in pressure, volume, energy you have to consider. Therefore change in enthalpy is equals to mCV T2 minus T1, that is change in internal energy, plus this energy, that is mR T2 minus T1. Okay, now next one is for gas PV is equals to mRT, Cp minus Cv is equals to R. So if you have to convert, or you have value of Cp and don't have value of Cv, then by this relation you can get this to at this level. Okay, can you see this? Here after putting the value of Cv in terms of Cp, you will get this m T2 minus T1 into Cv plus R. You just have put this values of Cv. Okay, after putting this value, here must be Cp, but by mistake they have done something different. So final answer becomes m Cp T2 minus T1. Then let's discuss about next change in entropy. Okay, up till we have seen work done, which is 0, heat supplied, which is equals to mCv T2 minus T1. Change in entropy, enthalpy, it was equals to mCp T2 minus T1. Now let's see change in entropy, which is equals to ds from 1 to 2 dq by T. Now we also have change in heat supplied. Okay, mc is constant, so taking it outside the integral, and dt upon T, which its integration is log. Okay, log of 1 to log of T 1 to 2. So putting this value, we get change in entropy delta S is equals to mCv log of P2 upon P1. So this is the change in entropy. Now let's see another process, that is isobaric process, in which pressure remains constant. For previous one, volume was constant. We have seen all these things. Now for this particular process, pressure is constant. You can see pressure line is parallel to volume axis, so you will get this value of pressure constant. In TS diagram it is represented like this, in HS diagram it is represented like this. Okay, now when a gas is heated at constant pressure, its temperature and volume will increase. Since there is change in volume, therefore heat supplied to the gas is utilized to increase internal energy of gas and for doing external work. Okay, now if pressure is constant, okay, pressure is constant, that means this energy is used for doing some work. Okay, you can see over here that dw is equals to p delta v. So you will get, as volume is changing, though pressure is constant, volume is changing, so what happened, the work comes equals to mr t2 minus t1. This is the value of work in constant pressure process, that is isobaric process. P is equals to constant, work done is equals to mr t2 minus t1. Now change in internal energy equals to mcv t2 minus t1. This is the change in internal energy. Now heat supplied is equals to sum of these both, this equation and this equation you have to add. Okay, because total heat supplied is utilized for internal energy and doing some work. Therefore after adding both this equation you will get this value. Okay, you have add this at this point, by doing some work you will get this value. mcp t2 minus t1 is the heat supplied which is utilized for increasing internal energy and doing some work. Now enthalpy, value of enthalpy was h2 minus h1, which is equals to mcp t2 minus t1. Change in enthalpy is equals to heat transfer to heat supply. Now next one is remaining entropy. Let's see work done. This one is work done, this is internal energy, this is heat rejected, mcp t1 minus t2. And now change in entropy is what it will equal, after solving some numericals you will get above expression, you will get the value of entropy is equals to mcp log of v1 upon v2. In the previous it was equals to mcv log p2 upon p1, but in this process you will get, as v is constant, sorry, in this p is constant, therefore mcp log v1 minus v2. Now let's see next process is isothermal process, in which you will see temperature is constant, there is inclination of PV diagram, but on TS diagram you can see this line is parallel to S axis, that means temperature is constant. And then here is enthalpy versus stress diagram. Now a process in which constant temperature law was stated by Boyle's. Okay, according to Boyle's law, P is inversely varies with volume. Okay, if temperature is constant, in which temperature of working substance remain constant during expansion and compression. This will happen when working substance remain in perfect isothermal contact with the surrounding. There is no change in temperature, there is no change in internal energy, because there was delta T. Since delta T is equal to 0, there will be no change in internal energy, no change in enthalpy, and no change in temperature. Okay, let's see what happened over here. So P was inversely proportional to V. PV is equals to constant. So dPV, you can see the work done, which is represented by work done is equals to what? RT1 log of P1 upon P2. RT1 into log of P1 upon P2. Next is, you can see here, change in internal energy and change in enthalpy, both are 0. Okay, because delta T was equals to 0. Since delta T is equals to 0, the value of this internal energy and enthalpy will be 0. Now let's discuss about heat supplied, which is used for work done and internal energy. At internal energy is equals to 0, therefore work done is equals to heat supplied. That means total heat supplied is used to make some work done, which is equals to P1 V1 log of P1 upon P2, or you can also write RT1 into log of P1 upon P2. The change in entropy, that is delta S, which is equals to dQ upon since temperature is constant, integrating dW, we have that value of dW is what? This is the value of dW here. You just have to integrate that. You will get this mr log of V2 upon V1. This is the value of change in entropy. Okay, this is the value of change in entropy. mr log E V2 upon V1. Now next process is adiabatic process. Okay, next process is adiabatic process. Adiabatic process may be reversible or irreversible. Okay, there is if we consider no loss, then it will be reversible. If we consider friction losses, then it will be irreversible. The reversible adiabatic or frictional adiabatic process is known as isentropic process or constant entropy process. But the friction is involved in a process, then the process is said to be irreversible, in which entropy does not remain constant. Therefore, entropy increases. Okay, isentropic process. Three names are there. Adiabatic process is also called as, or adiabatic process are of two types: reversible and irreversible. If adiabatic process is reversible, it is also called as isentropic process or constant entropy process. Keep in mind these things. Okay, it will be useful for your exam. And if the process is with friction, then it is called as adiabatic irreversible process. Okay, now adiabatic, a process in which the working substance neither receive nor reject heat to its surrounding during expansion or compression.